Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm dear darling. As we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today. Well, I've got my drawing tablet just charging to beside me, so you know I've got to be aware that every time I turn to the right, I might just end up like not like smashing it in its face. I mean it is a drawing tablet after all. It's not particularly high up. It's about like a couple of centimeters in depth or whatever. But you know, if I ever just like casually rest my elbow down on my right or something, and I'd be like, oh no, might end up damaging the screen or something. So I'm trying to shift it like as far out of the way as I can. And I was like, how do I phrase a sentence? The sentence doesn't sound right. I've just got my phone charging here. Actually, my phone's not charging. I've unplugged it. That's okay. I'm 100% battery. That's probably why. Anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 5:42 p.m. on Friday, April 22nd, 2022. Today's also Phoebe's birthday. How wonderful! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you, Phoebe. We'll of course be turning up to your house and we'll be giving you a gift wrapped foreign fruit, because that's apparently one of the best items to give in New Horizons from friendship level points. And also it's been quite a while since I've actually sat down and tried to think about what clothing items to give out to the rest of the villagers. Well, that's neither here nor there, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't know. You know, charging things is like super strange. You know, I feel like obviously I'm not a boomer, and I don't mean this necessarily in a derogatory way. It's just kind of like how the slang works nowadays. I feel like I'm so old-fashioned, I suppose, of how I think about charging. Because nowadays you get like charging, like wireless charging ports, and not ports, like stations. I don't even know what they're called, to be honest. They're really cool, mind you. Like they look super cool. I'm not gonna lie. There's sort of a thing about when you're younger, you're just like, oh, I wonder what the future's gonna be like. I bet we can charge things. You know, we just like hold it up to the wall, and it goes, and it charges up. I don't do any of that charging stuff. I don't think any of my stuff can wirelessly charge. If it can, I'm not aware of it. If you're wondering what phone I got a Pixel 4a. I'm pretty sure that can't wirelessly charge, but if it can, I'm certainly not in the know. We got Sahara here with this thing, and yeah, but a lot of modern phones can do that. At least I think Samsung phones, or some of the more modern Samsung phones can. I can't speak straight. And it's really cool. I remember when it was first, I first saw an advert for it. I can't even remember who's... There was a celebrity in the advert. I think it was Rihanna. I'm not entirely sure. Where she basically just had her phone, you know, she was like singing a song, recording, and she was like, oh, I've got to charge my phone or whatever. I mean, it was done a little bit more like smoothly than that. And she puts it down on like this... It kind of looks like a mini... Alexa or whatever, just like a round charging station or something. She just like plops it down a bit and it like wirelessly charges through there. Like, I'm not exactly sure how things charge like that, to be perfectly honest. Whenever it's things wirelessly like that, I just kind of assume that's not a word. Assume it's like magnetic fields or something inducing currents, which, you know, I don't know if that's a fair assumption or not. it might be completely out, but if there's any way to get some sort of like a charge, I suppose, across a distance without, you know, actually sending the charge through the air, I think inducing a magnetic current feels like a reasonable idea for my memories and electronics. Or physics, I suppose. I'm not really sure which one that would count as. It seems like a pretty fair idea. At some point, we got to start selling or getting rid of all these fake artworks we have, because I'm pretty sure we got quite a few. But, you know, I wonder how long it'll be for wireless charging to be, I suppose, the norm, and like all of charging things. Because like obviously for quite a few devices, I think it kind of is the norm. Like I think wireless watches, electronic watches, people tend to charge wirelessly. At least that's what my friends' ones are. Those of them who have actually wireless watches, they have like a stand or whatever you can charge them on. Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe that's only the Apple ones. I'm not that, like, up to date with all of that sort of technology sort of stuff, so I don't really know. I'm sort of just, like, talking wildly about things that I'm not that in the know about. But it seems pretty interesting, because I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, this drawing tablet I have, it's not one of those fancy screen drawing tablets, you know, the ones which cost like thousands or pounds or something. I don't have quite that much money to splash out. This one, if you wonder what this is, it's a Huion Q11K. It's in the description of other thumbnail art videos. I think it cost me £70 or something when I first bought it. It's not my first tablet, it's my third. It's a second tablet, right? I'm trying to remember. The one I had before was like a monoprice tablet, I don't know if I had one in between that. I don't think I did, or at least I don't recall. And the toy on tablet was so much nicer than that monoprice one. But to be fair, that monoprice one was like £20 or something. So you know, you get what you pay for. But I was like, it'd be cool if this had like a wireless charging thing, because this one is wireless, and it's how I use it most of the time. Was I use it wireless, so a wire just kind of gets in the way. And for some reason, some of the functionality doesn't work on it properly in wired mode. Like I used to use it on wired mode, but then it started like not like I'm using the key bindings I set for it on its control panel or whatever when it was in wired mode. I guess because it gets confused if it's in wired mode or in charging mode or something, and I don't really know how that works. So now I just use it on wireless mode. You know, it's just a little switch on the side of it which I flick on, and then, you know, I've got like a wireless dongle, I suppose, which plugs into the... I'm not sure if dongles used in that context. It might only be used for Wi-Fi, because that's the only context I hear it in. But whatever, I've got a receiver which I plug into my computer, and, you know, just, I suppose it picks up the signal. However, it does that, sending electromagnetic waves, I assume. And it's very convenient, but it'd be even more convenient if we could wirelessly charge at the same time. Like, wires... I like to think I'm reasonably well managed with wires. I mean, I am looking behind my computer. It's a bit of a tangle, but okay, I wouldn't say it's a tangle, but it is a bit of like it's not like I'm running the wires down like neatly, like held down in like nailed to the desk or something in neat rows, but they are basically clumped together in rows, kind of vaguely. It's not like, I don't know, like catastrophe or anything. It's just I wouldn't say it's like the most. You don't look at it and you'd be like, oh, that's satisfying to look at, I suppose. It's my roundabout way of saying it's a little bit messy. It'd be nice to like be able to eliminate most of these wires. But of course the whole reason I don't know in the first place, or like I have no strong desire to completely transfer to like the wireless world or Bluetooth world, is like charging things is so annoying a lot of the time. I mean, I still have wired headphones, well, wired earbuds, I suppose, which I use my phone, well, mainly because the Pixel 4a still has a headphone jack in the first place, and a lot of modern phones nowadays don't. But you know, I'm not here for high-end phones. I'm just here for like the mid-range phones or that sort of thing. I still like using my plug-in earbuds, mainly because like I don't really have a need for Bluetooth headphones. If you do, by all means, carry on using them. You know, a lot of my friends use them. I think most of my friends use them as well. You know, AirPods, etc., etc., etc. But it's sort of thing, just like having to have that mental overhead of keeping like the headphones charged in the first place, or like potentially losing them, then being far more expensive than like the £5 or £6 earbuds I tend to buy off Amazon. It's just like, it's not really worth it for me. I don't care that much. Like, even when I used to do more running, nowadays I don't really do much like running, whatever. I used to run with just those wired earbuds, and that's normally the main complaint people have about wired earbuds, is like when you're doing exercise, it's quite annoying to just have like a tangle of wires, whatever. Sometimes people buy like that like it's not a wristband, an armband or shoulder band. I guess it's more of an armband, or where you can slot your phone into, whatever, and the wires sort of like neatly tucked out the way. But you know, I will concede that certainly if you're a much more active person, Bluetooth headphones or whatever are definitely quite a good investment, I would say. It's just for me personally, and it's like, I just don't need them, I suppose. Now, wireless drawing tablet, that's what it's all about. Wireless controller, also quite nice. Although to be fair, I don't use my Steam controller as a wireless controller because it uses physical batteries, I believe. I don't think it's got an actual battery pack in it. Maybe it's a separate thing you can purchase, like to get an actual battery pack inside of it, and which you can leave charged up, and then you can also whatchamacallit, you can charge up and then just like flick the switch on the Steam controller and it'll turn on wirelessly. I still use that wired, which is part, I suppose, of a contribution why I think I'm like, oh, I'm so old fashioned with how I use my technology, aren't I? Well, I mean, also my mouse is wired as well. Actually, my mouse would be one which I would totally be okay with getting wireless, mainly because the wired one, it picks up so much dust. There's so much like dust on the wire to my mouse. What mouse am I using? Oh, none of them are Logitech G502, which probably like everyone who uses. But you know, as you move around the mouse, the wire moves with it, and it like sweeps up a lot of dust. I find. Oh yeah, well, hold on, we're meant to go to Phoebe's house. Let's celebrate a birthday. 22nd of April. 2 times 2 equals 4. It's a bit of a mathematical birthday you got there, Phoebe. I might have made that joke last year, I'm not actually sure. Was Phoebe even here last year? I can't remember. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but... Ooh, look at this. Hold on. Hold this entire thought. We'll resume it after we chat with Phoebe. Dear, you came. Welcome to my rockin' birthday bash. Hello, Raymond. What you got to say? I swear, Raymond, you've been at like every other person's birthday party. Hey, I get it. You want to talk to me, but it's Phoebe's birthday. She's the star today. Oh, I didn't get any fruit. Okay, well, we're gonna have to give you a fossil, I suppose. You can never spend too much time picking up a right birthday gift for someone. In fact, I've already started picking out just the thing for my friend's 80th birthday. He's 24 now. Alright, Phoebe, we're giving you a fossil. I'm stoked you're here for my B-day. I know how busy you are. You work, sweetheart. I don't want to be rude, but you didn't bring me anything, did you? I brought you this. Now, amusingly, for whatever reason, foreign fruits wrapped up is a better present than fossils wrapped up, even though the fruits are worthless. I don't know why, though. Well, that's some serious fancy wrapping. Whatever's inside, it's got to be nice. Whoa, seriously? A T-Rex skull? Since when did you have such a great taste? This is super generous of you. I'm almost ready to accept this. Almost. It's great having you here. This birthday totally rocked. Oh, what's you got to say, Phoebe? I'm stoked to be with my pals on my big B-day. What an awesome party. I'm pretty sure I changed Phoebe's voice like every single time I do it. Ooh, we celebrated 20 birthdays. I'm a grown adult. Thanks for the affirmation, them New Horizons. I've been itching to eat some birthday cake for so long. I'm about to get nutty. My soul needs cake. What's you got to say, Phoebe? I'm so happy you came out to a party. Thanks for everything. You're welcome, Phoebe, but I really got to be going because I need to talk more about Bluetooth headphones, I guess. Huh? You're leaving already? But the party's just getting good. Oh well. Thanks for coming out. Thanks a ton for your present. See ya, Phoebe. Yeah, I feel like a wireless mouse is one I would be totally okay with, because is it a thing you can get like a wireless, not wireless, a recharging mouse mat, right? You just get like one of those like super big mouse mats or whatever, and you put it down, and actually now I think about it, isn't it a bit of a waste because you had to plug that in anyway, as opposed to actually charge it up in the first place. But I suppose that wire you can get more easily out of the way. You know, you plug that wire in and then the mouse will just always be consistently charged, I suppose, while it's on the mouse mat. I suppose the alternative is you can do it the Apple way and have like, well, I think most wired mouses you charge by just like plugging it in with a wire or whatever. But the Apple one's especially frustrating to use, isn't it? Because the charging port is like directly on the bottom of a mouse, which you might just be like, that's bad design. And yes, it is bad ergonomic design, but it actually, surprisingly, it has a reason behind it. Not one that I particularly agree with, but it's because it ruins the aesthetic, basically, of using a Mac. Having a wired, like it's meant to be all sleek, glossy and futuristic, so that they want you to not be able to use it with a wire plugged in. They want you to use it wirelessly, so that's why it's on the bottom. And you might be like, that sounds stupid, and in my opinion, yeah, that sounds very consumer unfriendly in my personal opinion. But I mean, I don't use Mac, so there's really no bother. But it's also the sort of situation where I feel like the wireless ones make sense when the wires either get in the way, like it does for headphones, or if a wire is long, would have to be inconveniently long for you to use it. So like controllers on consoles especially make sense, like wireless and PS4 controllers, because you often sit like quite a few meters, well, you should be sitting quite a few meters away from your TV, and that's often where your console is in the first place. Actually, that's an interesting thing, which I never thought about. I've never seen anyone set up like their console such they have a TV screen like here, and then they have the sofa like say 5 meters away from it, and then they put the consoles to the side of the sofa. That feels like it makes more sense, doesn't it? Because then you can sort of easily reach down, you know, you can use a wired controller for one, the wire only needs to be about a meter long or something. 2, you can easily like reach down and change games if you use CDs or whatever. Or cartridges, I suppose, if you're using a Nintendo 64. I suppose now I think about it, it's because the console itself has wires. I'm pretty dumb. I just answered my own question. But the console itself, of course, has wires, which you need to plug into the TV, and most people probably don't want that like spanning across the entire room. Alright, I've answered my own question. Fair enough. Sometimes you just gotta think about things for more than like 10 seconds, and you can answer your own question that way, huh? Diva giving us a street piano. We already know street piano though. But anyway, yeah, I feel like console controllers really make sense, you know. Anything where you're really far away from the source or where you actually have to plug it in for. Phone chargers are like, I mean, I actually have quite a long phone charger, so I can use it for my bed as well. It's not even the longest. Like some people have like 20 meter long chargers, like, which I guess if you want to use it from across your room. I mean, my room's not even 20 meters long, so I'm not even sure how that would work. I don't know how long this wire. I think this wire is 3 meters. Hold on. Let me see. Let me grab one end of it. It might not even be 3 meters. It might only be 1 meter. No. Okay, it's about 2 meters. Because it's about, it's slightly less than my arm span. My arm span. And you know, I'm, you know, only 20 centimeters, I suppose, off. Being 180. No, being 2 meters, what? Being off 180? No, I am 180. So that puts it about 2 meters, and I can use it for my bed because my computer's not too that far. Not too that far away. Not too far away from my bed. And that's convenient enough for me. But let's. I suppose also, it's not even that important that it's not that long anymore because I actually put on a setting on my PC which like disables over USB ports or something when I switch it off because I didn't like the annoying light that was on. And whenever I went to sleep at night. Not that I'm particularly bothered by it, but I was just like, my PC has blue LEDs in it, and I feel like blue lights are definitely something you're meant to avoid late into the evening. That's kind of like the whole raison d'etre of flux and things like that to make sure that you don't get like affected by the blue light and think it's morning or something. Isn't that how it works? I don't know. It's a subconscious like brain reaction, not what's the word? It's not a reaction. It's like instinct is not really the right word either, to be honest, but I can't really think of what a word is. But you know what I mean. It's one of those things. Do we need to get more fossils? We do need to get more fossils, so let's get a few more fossils. Yeah, so I don't even charge my phone anymore anyway, while it's plugged into my PC. So, if anything, now I've got a hindrance that it's such a long wire. I should have only a meter long wire, it'd be considerably more convenient. But there's some things where I'm just like, now I've thought about it a bit more. I don't really have a problem with it being wired. Like, the mouse is a rare exception, mainly because it collects so much dust of how much a mouse moves around, but perhaps that's more of a case that I need to actually dust my tabletop a bit more often. Which is fair enough, but your mouse is always going to be, like, directly next to your computer. Well, at least for me personally. I mean, it kind of depends how you set up your computer, I suppose. But for me personally, my mouse is always directly next to my computer. Actually, now I think about it, I definitely need to clean out my computer from dust again at some point. I haven't done it for so long. It must have been ages. Well, I had to do that certainly at some point. Because there's probably a lot of dust accumulated in there. And it is see-through, so technically I should be able to see the dust, but I can't. So I don't really know. It's just effort. The computer's heavy, you know. Because I can't clean it in my room. I've got a load of carpet on the floor. And you know, that's like, the build-up of static electricity is like NG for trying to clean out your computer or whatnot. Whatnot? But your mouse is, at least my mouse is always like directly next to my computer. I always feel like it's a bit pointless getting it wireless, you know. I suppose that's sort of the only use case I use wireless things for is like just to get increased distance from whatever source in the first place. But that's not necessarily true. A lot of it's for convenience as well. But it's a sort of thing where if I have to charge it up anyway from time to time by plugging it in wired, it sort of just feels like it defeats the point. You know, it's sort of just like I'm only wireless half the time. If it was like infinitely, if it had an infinite battery, then I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm for that. Obviously, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I mean, this is the important but. That'd be pretty cool. Wouldn't you say? Anyway, what's up, Lavis? You got anything cool to say to us? Why am I talking to you? I don't even got fossils. Ah! I keep on forgetting. Keep on forgetting what I wrote down. The whole cloud goes so loud. Open your mouth, blow, the words won't come out. Something like that. Anyway, now, oh, hello, Fauna. We just saw you earlier, didn't we? I didn't get a fresh Friday feeling until my first cup of coffee. Now, what should I do this weekend? Drinking coffee in the evening may seem odd to some, but it really helps me decompress after a long day. With this cup, I'm ready to take on tomorrow, dearie. Don't ever tell Brewster I told you this, but I'm pretty sensitive to heat. I let my coffee cool way down. Me too. I don't like drinking super hot drinks. Okay. We'll have our own cup of coffee, if you don't mind, Fauna. How come she gets the little saucer? Do we normally get the little saucer? I don't remember. What was I going to say? I mean, what other things would have wireless? Like a keyboard seems super pointless to me to have wireless. I'm sure when I say pointless, I mean pointless for me personally, not when it's actually pointless. Like I'm sure for some people it definitely makes sense, but for me, I'm just like, my keyboard never moves from this position. My keyboard's not even good. It's some random Dell keyboard, like membrane keyboard that I got from some computer probably ages ago, I guess, and I don't really recall. My keyboard never moves, so I don't need the distance that wireless will give me, and yeah, so it seems a bit pointless to have a wireless keyboard, I suppose. As well, if half the time I need to plug it in to charge it anyway. I think it's just mainly how I use my computer. It's just not contrary to how other people use it. That's, I suppose, a bit strong words, but more like, you know, other people, they're like chillaxing on the bed, you know, like 10 feet away from their computer. They put the keyboard on their lap or whatever, the mouse on their, you know, their face on the side of it. Actually, I was going to say, I said it as a joke, put it on the side of a chair, but maybe that's actually kind of interesting. Just having like a vertical mouse or whatever. It's certainly takes some getting used to, but I don't know. There's worse inventions out there. But I'm very sort of like I'm a straight and narrow, I suppose, how I use my computer, you know. Keyboard in front of me, ergonomic position. Mouse, ergonomic position. Actually, my keyboard's kind of pushed away right now because I'm not using it. I was using the space to draw earlier, so that's kind of why. I need a bigger desk, and I already have quite a big desk. But, you know, I try to have an ergonomic setup when I can. I got like these keyboard wrist braces, not wrist brace, like I mean I do have a wrist brace actually, which I don't wear nearly as often as I probably should, especially because I'm starting to get like some stress, certainly in my right wrist. Hello, Lily. That was I didn't even know that was a chair. Why are you sitting on it like that? Petals in the wind. Stay a while, Rainy. Recently, I was out for a stroll when I came across something someone must have dropped. I could tell it was a journal, but we only didn't write a name anywhere on it that I could find. I feel a little guilty admitting to this, but I did finally peek inside and read some of that journal, Rainy. The author wrote so lovingly about how grateful they were to their parents. It was just so sweet. Is that meant to be a hint to me, Lily, about someone's dropped a journal on the ground around the island? I didn't even know there was a context-sensitive dialogue to that. We haven't found it though, so I don't know where it is. It's got to be on the summer part of our island, otherwise, I mean, where else could it be, possibly? Well, we haven't checked the park. I stand by it. This park is like the nicest thing I built on this island. Because it was also like the first thing I built on this island, and nothing is going to come close to that because I'm far too lazy to customize anything else on this island anymore. I mean, what else could even be wireless? A wireless microphone? I mean, that's a problem because it probably has much lower quality, I suppose, compared to this XLR microphone that I'm using. With audio interface. I mean, if it what's the word? Retained the same sort of high level of fidelity of audio quality, then I'd be like, you know, that's a pretty cool idea. But of course, I don't think technology is quite at that moment yet, quite at that point yet. And this is where you go like, oh, but your audio quality is not even that good. Hey, I like to think it's okay. It's just more like the recording environment I'm in has not really been set up for optimal audio recording. I mean, it's got my noisy computer right next to it. I'm using a mic stand which has got a load of springs in it or whatever. It's not muffled, just attached directly to my desk. So I guess if my desk vibrates, the microphone vibrates as well. So it's not really optimal recording situations, and you know, that's certainly the onus is on me. Hello, Audie. I don't know why we didn't talk to Rowan. Hey, I was just thinking about you. What? Don't you love being outside on the weather's like this? We need to have a picnic sometime. True about Audie. Let's have a chat to Rowan as well, because it seems a bit rude to sort of just passing by. What you got to say, Rowan? No cap. Working those legs. Bring it on. Some may be going down, but I'm just getting started, based. I wonder if there actually is a journal scattered, dropped, lost and forgotten around on Fawnhollow somewhere for me to return it. Oh well. Hopefully whoever's journal it is, they don't mind too much that it's not there. What was I talking about? Yeah, I'm just looking around my desk to see what other things could be wireless. Okay, so what wires do I have currently plugged into my computer which could be made wireless? Phone charger. Okay, well that one's a bit difficult because my phone can't be wirelessly charged, but I could get a wirelessly charging phone, but they're kind of expensive and it's not really worth it for me because I don't really care that much about it. As long as my phone can play my games, that's all I care about. What's this? This is this doesn't always need to be plugged in, but this is my charging cable for my drawing tablet. That I just kind of leave plugged in most of the time. Because the drawing tablets are one which runs out of battery much faster than the actual pen itself. I've got a cable here which is my drawing tablet's pen cable, which that one just kind of sits like by the side of my computer. I don't actually plug it in most of the time because I don't need to charge something. Don't need to charge my drawing tablet pen most of the time. What's this plugged in? This is my Steam controller USB cable. I need that plugged in because I play with my Steam controller wired, not wirelessly, mainly because I don't want to use up disposable batteries. I suppose when doing it, when I could just use a USB cable instead, and then it works either way. If it works, it works. That's the important part. What's this got plugged in? I mean, this is a wireless thing. This is what I use for my drawing tablet that makes it wireless. What have I got in the back? Okay, well that's the PC power cable, so I can't really make that wireless. Not yet. That would be very interesting if you could make that sort of thing wireless. Something which supplies a continuous current. If you could somehow get that wireless, that would be rather convenient, I'd think. What's beneath that? I can't even see what's beneath that. I assume a USB cable. That might be my webcam, I'm not really sure. My webcam's super old. I don't think wireless webcams exist. Like, transferring data is very different from transferring power, right? I don't know which one's actually particularly easier. I assume transferring data, which is easier. That's the whole reason we have Wi-Fi rather than we had Wi-Fi before we had wireless charging stations first. Let's pop to shops quickly and sell this. No, wait, that one's my webcam. What's that then? Oh, that might be my audio interface, which is my microphone plugged in. I mean, you can't really make that wireless. That one's probably my keyboard. Oh, one of them is probably my mouse. Oh, that one's probably my mouse. I don't really know. When I got two HDMI cables, again, no, sorry, not HDMI, DisplayPort cables. I forgot they're not HDMI anymore. Because, oh, yes, I'm running that 144 hertz. Okay, let's sell this stuff because we don't need it. Sell this because we got a mission for it. And sell that. Are we good? What else got plugged in there? I got an Ethernet cable. I mean, I could use, actually, I can't even use, a wireless connection on my computer, mainly because I don't actually, have, a wireless receiver in it in the first place. Plus I wouldn't want to. Ethernet cable, much faster. Yeah, there's not really much else like you could turn wireless, I suppose. So really all I'm saying is wireless charging. It's cool on the phone. Would I even use it though? I'm not really sure if I would. It's not my phone's not, I'm not going to interact with my phone any differently. My phone, most of the time, when I'm at the desk, just sort of chills on my table just up beside it. It wouldn't really be different if it was on top of a wireless charging station or if it's plugged into my computer, I suppose. But I don't know. Maybe if it was just like, if it was more common like when you go out like to restaurants or something and they have like inbuilt like wireless charging stations and you could you pop your phone down over there to charge it. That might be pretty cool. Might be a security risk. I don't really know. So let's hope if that does happen, cybersecurity gets a lot more secure through that avenue. But anyway. Let's round up this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. Excuse me, it's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me, Dear Darling, Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.